Welcome back to another episode of 3rd and 3. Coach, you couldn't have asked for a better turnout for the game. Had a good crowd, but we also got the final we were looking for. From everything I've read and seen, it seemed like we were playing all three phases of the game. But the more important thing now that we're moving beyond East Lawrence is how do you keep the guys focused so they don't rest on what they've done and focus on what they have to do?
Well, region play, understanding the consequences of what could happen if you go out and you don't perform well each week once you get into the region. And I think the main thing for us, Jason, is we approach every game, every week the same amount of preparation for the coaches on Saturday, same amount on Sunday. Practice schedules don't change on Monday,
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if your preparation is the same, the attention to detail is the same, then obviously you hope that the results can be the same. A lot of times that has to do with the maturity of the young men that you're dealing with. It's not always what you're dealing with coaches. But I think obviously this week, knowing that Bleckley County is a 4-1 football team, they're another team in the region that picked up a win last Friday night. There are three of us with no losses in the region. It's Dodge, Dublin, and Bleckley. So at the end of Friday night, whoever wins our game is guaranteed to still be at the top of the region. And depending on what Dodge is able to do will determine where they stand. So, big contest.
Speaking of big contests, Bleckley has always played us tough. Doesn't matter who they bring to the table. This year we've got a new head coach that we're facing in Von Laster. What is the one thing that you feel like the Irish have to do this week to secure that second region win?
I think a big key for us is playing very well on offense because they're going to move the football with what they do. Their quarterback throws the ball well. He's very accurate. Their skilled kids are making a whole lot of plays for them. A state high jump champion out there at wide receiver,
Wow.
Going up getting jump balls. Running back Farrow, he's as fast as number 5 was at Swainsboro. He's a big play threat running the football, and they spread the ball around extremely well. So we're going to have to play really well on offense to be able to match them in the scoring column.
Who are some of the guys that are going to help us reach that goal of matching them in the scoring column and trying to win, and kids that have been playing, you could say even throughout the year, they've been making a difference for us?
Well, Montarian Carswell really stepped his game up the other night. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. I thought that was huge for us. Our fullback game is always important to us, being a wing T football team, and Jermaine Cooley and Stacy Sharp need to have good nights, and we need Rodriguez Martin, our quarterback, to play like he's capable in the way he played last week. I think he was 5 for 5, 120-something yards,
Wow.
and 3 touchdowns. So we need him to have a good night.
Now, we're starting this stretch where pretty much 1 week home, 1 week away, 1 week home, 1 week away. We want to make sure that everybody comes out to every one of these games because every one of them counts and every one of them is important. This week we're going to be here at Shamrock Bowl with a 7:30 kickoff against the Royals, and then we start away, home before we wrap up with Washington County. We hope that you'll be out here this Friday night. If you miss it, we'll have all the details coming up in the next episode of 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes.